in the men's room, just like a container there rather than whatever industrial stuff the cleaning crew fills up with at night. And so I go, yeah, okay, I'll try some out. And it's so pungent that I can't, it's all I can smell now.
I think I can smell it right now.
I've rinsed repeatedly. It doesn't smell bad, but it's in such potent form.
What scent was it?
Coconut colada.
Ooh.
But, man, it is all I can smell. And if you're getting a Cox, thank you for showing up. If you did, if you didn't, well, as always, next time, say hello to Bill Squire, who's right over there.
Creepy hugs, everyone. Thanks for listening to and watching this episode of The Alan Cox Show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share a cold one with the boys.
There's Mary Santora.
Hi, guys. No babies.
Voted Cleveland's most prominent, most hilarious female comedian.
Woohoo!
Multiple times. Mm-hmm. The implication, I guess, she didn't have a chance against the male comedians. What in the double X chromosome Cleveland community? She's
Nailing
tops. Crushing it. Right?
Right.
Come on. It's a little insulting, isn't it? Best female
comedian.
comedian.
They took away male and female this
year
did? For Cleveland Scene Magazine.
Good
I saw that,
for
yes.
you.
They did that like
They did
few
it in
years
2018.
ago. And then they were, yeah.
Because I was best female 16, 17, 19. So they took it away in 18, and then everybody loses to Polk whenever they do that.
Yep.
And then I'm sure that's what will happen again this year.
What year did I win? I won it 1 year.
18. 17.
Oh, I was going to be like, did I win the year where it's just everybody?
No,
Maybe.
it's 2017 because I brought you your
Yeah, 'cause
plaque
you got
to an
my
Alan
plaque,
Cox
yeah,
Show
yeah.
bar crawl, which is also the night I made it move for Cody.
Maybe.
Big night.
So it was a very,
Roll to that
yeah, what a night that was. Very, Poundcake, he for whom she made it move, is back there behind the glass.
Afternoon, white people. Happy TBT.
On a throwback Thursday, I was looking at some old photos. I lost a friend today. I'll start the show that way. I don't know yet if coronavirus has come to my front door. I'm still waiting to hear. But my friend Michael McCarthy died, and he is known to a lot of people in the entertainment industry. I don't think he's known to people in this audience, but he was on my show when I was in Chicago, which is how we met. He was a very funny guy, a very good writer, and he was a recovering alcoholic. He was...
You have a type, don't you?
He wasn't even 60 yet. I think he was probably 58 years old. And he had developed cancer and had been in some kind of remission around Christmas, and I hadn't spoken to him in a few months. I thought he had moved back to LA, but I guess he was in Chicago still. And I guess he ended up back in the hospital last month, and he also had some autoimmune thing. And I got the text this morning that he had passed away. But he was a very funny guy, a very impressive CV. I don't know how we got him to... My show in Chicago was very different than this one. It was more of an ensemble show. It was a lot of sketches for the radio. It was a lot of written and produced. It was a heavily produced show. And so we brought Michael in. We decided we wanted to do something kind of entirely new because we were taking over for another show. This was in 2006. And so we had hired a couple of writers who had never done radio before. And so there was a learning curve for them. Michael was one of them, but he came up in Second City. He's a Dayton native. He went to OU, but he made most of his bones in television before he came over to work on our show. He wrote for Saturday Night Live when he was 24.
Wow.
He wrote for Sesame Street. He wrote for The Drew Carey Show.
Did he think
All the same show, really.
Kind of when you think about it, yeah.
Did he think radio was slumming it?
No, because of the kind of show we were doing, he was very intrigued by all the writing that had to be done. So he and
that's so much content to produce on a weekly basis.
It was a lot. We had to do 4 hours every day.
Yeah.
So we had pitch meetings, and it was a whole thing. So there was a lot of arguing, and
That sounds very, very...
It was exhausting,
labor-intensive.
but it was creatively, it was an unbelievable experience.
Mm-hmm.
So he had come in, he and another guy had come in from LA. They were working at the time, and he did a lot of acting. If you knew who he was, you'd see him pop up in Curb Your Enthusiasm. He always ended up playing a priest. I don't know why. Irish alcoholic, whatever the thing, yeah. But he always ended up playing a priest. But yeah, he wrote for a lot of television shows. I think he might have written for Mike and Molly. But he was just a very funny, smart dude. But yes, we had a lot of arguments about the radio type of stuff because I was coming at it from the perspective of somebody who had been doing it, and there's kind of a way you have to present things. And he was coming at it more from like a guy who had written a lot of televised sketches, and he was a
little more visual,
kind of a more visual guy. But we, so that's a real bummer. He's my old co-host Jim Lynham died years ago, of course. So that's the second person from my Chicago show to die. Is it me? I don't think it's me. All I'm saying is you guys better all have your affairs in order and your wills up to date, is all I'm saying.
You know how I feel about affairs.
Yeah,
Alan.
I know you do.
I can't believe you would even suggest that.
Still, get yours in order. Figure it out. Hit up LegalZoom, and they'll fire off some paperwork to you and get the whole thing. So it's a real bummer. And again, with the immunodeficiency stuff, and he had been in the hospital, I'm still trying to find out if it was at all coronavirus related, because this is an awful time for anyone to be in the hospital, especially if it's for something entirely unrelated.
Yeah, my aunt's in the hospital right now, and
It's a terrifying time to be in the hospital.
Yeah, she's not in for coronavirus. She's in for other problems that she's having, but she can't talk to anybody. Her phone died, so like my cousin's taking her phone, charger just to try and have some communication with her, because you can't visit anybody right now. And it's just like, it's not just a sad time to be, it's a lonely time to be in the hospital.
You can't visit anybody if it's not.
They don't want anybody.
No.
They don't want anybody in the hospital.
That's why
supposed to be there.
That's why there are people saying goodbye to their dying spouse on FaceTime. Under normal circumstances, I'd be going to Chicago for his funeral.
Yeah.
Can't do that. So it was not a fun way to start the day, but day 99 of the coronavirus crisis. And, whatever. I don't know. But yeah, it's a real bummer. And I do especially think of those people who are in the hospital for something entirely unrelated, because you could get it while you're in the hospital. So, I don't know.
Been 99 days and it feels like one.
I'll tell you what. That's right, yes. So, R.I.P. Michael McCarthy, you were a mensch. And, whatever else. What do you want me to say? I don't know. It's not somebody who means anything to my audience here, but he was a very important part of my show in Chicago. There are listeners from that old show who know who he is, and it's very sad.
If you're having breathing problems, I feel bad for you, son.
It's been 99 days, but it feels like one.
I'm going to go to a break, and I want you guys to work on that, all right? I want it back fully produced in the next 6 minutes.
Got it.
Thank you. All right, if you want to join us, please do. 216-578-1007, 800-348-1007, 35192. If you want to send a text, you can get everything else at alancoxshow.com. Next chance for you to win $1,000, by the way, is coming up at 2:30.
It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio.